David's now going to act out the mind reading he imagined 20 minutes ago to see if a random member of the public will draw what he foresaw that they would.
What sort of person should I be looking for?
Entirely up to you.
I have a blank canvas.
A blank canvas.
Let's do it. Maybe down here?
Yes.
No.
No?
I'm not feeling a psychic bond.
Okay.
There's someone. We're not rolling. Are we rolling? Excuse me. You don't have 5 minutes to let me try and read your mind, do you?
I'd love you to.
Would you? Brilliant. I found someone. What's your name?
Claire.
Claire, I'm David. It's lovely to meet you. This is Derren.
Hello, I'm Derren.
He's a sort of witch. Don't worry about that.
Excellent.
Come up here and we'll put a microphone on you and we'll do
David's
that.
going to read your mind. I'm going to stand you there facing David,
Okay.
and David there facing Claire.
Yeah, good.
Now, this is very simple. I've been teaching David some of my mind-reading skills, and he is, in a moment, going to read your mind as you focus on a picture or an image or something. Now, I need you to start doing that now. All I'd say is, as you do it, make the image very clear, very bright, very vivid. Try not to change it and mess it around. If you happen to be thinking of like a house or a stick man, change it, think of something else. Now, I'm going to ask you to draw this before we do anything. David, you obviously must look at what Claire draws.
No,
So just get a pen and paper. Nice and large and clear, please. David, look the other way. And you also, as you can't tell from the sound of the pen or anything.
I can't hear anything.
You can't even hear anything then. I can, I've got quite good at this. But no idea.
Okay, I've got
Done.
it.
Just hold the whole thing up against yourself. Right, can David turn back round now? Lovely. Oh, well, you don't get dirty fingers. Lovely.
Okay.
Okay, all right, here we go. So, Claire, you're focusing on the image. Now start sending that picture across, and at the same time, in your mind, just scream the name of the thing over and over again. Make that image, Claire, really big and bold and bright. Now, David, as you're doing this, are you getting a sense of animal, vegetable, or mineral?
I think it's living. I think it's a living thing.
All right. Now, don't say yes or no, but you've given away probably a nice yes then from that.
And I think it's a furry animal, like a pet, and it's
Yeah.
I think I know what it is. I think it's a cat.
No, is it? Can it?
Yeah, it is.
Hello?
This is the worst drawing ever, but it definitely is a cat.
That's really good. Well done.
Really good. It's appalling. I'm supposed to be an art student.
It's not. Claire's a fine arts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What year? Congratulations. Look, I'm going to ask you a few questions about it, so just stay put for a second.
Okay.
Well done, though. Congratulations. Let's step out.
I can't understand possibly at all how he would have been able to grab that from me. Well, it was pretty strange when he said that he thought it was something furry. It was quite difficult for me not to laugh, actually, just because I couldn't believe he'd actually got it.
So this is Claire's drawing, which is quite freaky. Well, I'm just going to show you, because I'm really quite freaked out by this. There's not much to choose between them, really. It's the tail's going the same way, even the sort of slightly devilish, the devil horn ears, which as I drew them, I was thinking, they don't look much like cat ears, but she's done exactly the same thing. But I wasn't expecting it to be quite so bang on.
Now that I've shown David that his own abilities can place him backwards or forwards in time, I try one final game with him. I want David to try and predict a future event that will appear in his daily newspaper, The Guardian, and for this, he's going to try some automatic writing, whereby he can let his subconscious mind express itself without rational interference. I need him to be as relaxed as possible, so to combine this with the opportunity of seeing David in a close-fitting wetsuit, I've decided to give him the experience of a flotation tank. For 45 minutes, David relaxes and relaxes and slowly enters an altered state of consciousness. When he seems most receptive, he's gently helped out of the pool, maintaining an optimum trance state in order to write his prediction. I want you to, first of all, sign your name at the top of this piece of paper. I shall dictate if you can write. My name is David Tennant. I am now about to begin automatic writing and will predict events that will happen and be reported by the Guardian newspaper on Thursday, the 17th of January, 2008, 3 days' time. And now, David, I'd like you to look up at some point that you can comfortably focus on there. I'm going to talk to you. You are going to continue to write when I tell you to start. As you write, you're going to pay no attention to what you're writing. So just begin that process now. Tell me your plans for the future.
It would be good to be happy, family, health.
Earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory.
Keep going. Keep writing.
Earliest childhood memory. I don't know, it's difficult to think.
Any country in the world, where would you go if you go on holiday tomorrow?
I've never been to Australia. I'd like to go to Australia.
Go down the page a little bit. That's good. Keep going. If it's your 80th birthday, would you have a big event, a big bash?
No, I think I'd be tired if I was 80.
I'm going to ask you to stop there. I'm going to take the pen from you. What I want you to do is to fold up that sheet of paper. Fold it up, and you're going to place it in the envelope that's there. Lovely, and seal that up. Great. And then, I'm going to give you another envelope. I'd like you to fold your one up very small and place it in this one, just so there's no danger of it coming open by accident, or also so you're not tempted to have a quick peek at what you... Okay. That's yours to keep. You can put it in your pocket for now.
It's a bit wet.
Is it a bit wet? No, that's all right for now. But just please, when you take it home, in fact, let's stand up. We're done here. When you take it home, please resist the urge to open it.
Right.
And one thing I would say, David, you said you read the Guardian newspaper.
Yeah.
We're going to meet again on Thursday.
Right.
On that Thursday, please promise me you will avoid reading any newspapers or catching the news, catching it on the radio by mistake or anything until we meet and we can find out together what's in the paper that day. Thank you so much for being such an amazing sport with us.
It's been a pleasure.
You've been absolutely fantastic. And that's all for now. And I will see you.
See you on Thursday. See you then.
Thank you again.
It's now Thursday morning, and 4 days ago, David Tennant made a prediction as to what might appear in today's Guardian newspaper. He placed that prediction in a sealed envelope inside another one, and he's kept that safely with him all week. I've sent him off to buy today's Guardian from any newsagent of his choosing anywhere in London, and then to bring that newspaper back to me without looking at it. We sent a camera to keep an eye on him.
Guardian, 17th of January, 2008. Mission accomplished. Let's go. Thank you.
So if you could lose these supplements before we do anything, just drop them on the floors. Lovely. Okay, so it's Thursday the 17th of January. You're happy this is today's Guardian?
I've just bought it.
You have just bought it?
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you very much indeed. Now you've also got the envelope on you, which you've been hanging on to for a few days now, for 3 days since Monday. Not tampered with? No, look, we're not expecting this to be perfect block capitals. I, David Tennant, predict X, Y, Z. It's the nature of automatic writing. It's going to be squiggly and difficult to decipher, but we will decipher what we can find, and I'm going to write up here the sort of 4 or 5 things that we can kind of make sense of and compare them to what's in the paper. All right? So if you can open that for me, and I'm going to get this down as well, and ask you to take out the... There's an envelope inside the envelope, isn't there? So if you take out the envelope inside, and pull that, fantastic. If you just take out the prediction inside, but without actually unfolding it and reading it just yet. Fantastic. Okay. I'll give you the camera if you want to just unfold that for me, and we'll start going through it. And if you can read it as best as you can, the camera should be able to pick that up.
My name is David Tennant. I am now about to begin automatic writing and will predict events that will happen and be reported by the Guardian newspaper on Thursday, 17th January 2008, 3 days' time.
Okay, this is the point where it sort of starts to get a bit, a little bit messy. We can ignore anything that clearly refers to things that were going on in your head just to do with the questions that I was asking. It'll take a while for the genuine automatic writing to kick in.
I can't read any of that.
Australia, I think I asked you about where you wanted to go. I think we're still on the
holidays. I don't know what that is. Like a wall or something, or...
That doesn't seem to relate to anything. Equally doesn't need to mean anything either, but let's write it down, so at least we can start writing down things that we can read. And we can always go back and look at those other ones afterwards. Is it A? What does that look like? A-G?
A-G-A-W-A-L-L-A? Something file? Or tile?
You think tile? You know you're writing better than tile. Cold cat.
Face something? That's face, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like face, doesn't it? How much of this do you remember at the time?
No, by now
where were you with the... You were just scribbling?
I was just scribbling.
Cold cat again.
Cat.
Wife.
There's crab apple.
There's no sense of really a story yet here.
Poppy.
Poppy.
Scrabble. There's Scrabble.
Scrabble. That does look like Scrabble. Will Sue. That looks like online to me.
Yeah. Online Scrabble. Somebody will sue online Scrabble.
There you go.
That's almost a sentence.
Actually, I know what this is. I have looked at the papers this morning.
Right.
That does look like a complete statement. All right, so there's nothing on the front page that matches with this. I'm going to let you go through. There is a...
Well, there's Scrabble.
This is it.
My brother's Facebook homage to Scrabble spells
Face.
lawsuit.
Now,
Face.
Face you had quite a few times.